sports, man. It's so good.
Oh,
Hey, welcome everybody to the show. I want to say hello and acknowledge that you guys are there before uh, we go on and on and on. But there's a big moment in sports today. Toronto punched their ticket to the World Series, and that's very exciting for Canadians and Blue Jay fans. I don't know, it's the only Canadian baseball team. It's hard not to get behind them
true, true.
because you don't feel like it's just your team, like
It's the nation's
it's
team.
it's the nation's team, and they ham that up big time. I'm sure they sell a lot of shit to suckers like me, but uh, it's
Yes,
fine.
I need to apologize to our listeners. Last week, you might not have heard from us because I decided in my, you know, advancing age that I would go back to school, which you might have heard me talk about before. And of course, it was crunch time with assignments, so I did not have any time for fear of failure to record last week. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh, just give me, I'd take the night off. Oh, no, I need the rest of the week. And then I was like, you know what? It's close enough to the next week's recording that we'll just pick it up.
Yeah, just bump it. Um, hey, in that time that we had off though, because we didn't, the last show we watched all together was Dark Wolf Terminal List. You and I, we didn't want to start a new series. We want to wait for Shao to get back. Shao is still away. Um, he'll be back soon. Um,
Just try and call
but
him again.
yeah, I wonder if he'd answer. I don't even know what country he's gallivanting in right now.
I think he's
Is it
still in Japan.
Japan? Okay. Um, yeah. So we watched a couple movies, and maybe we'll get to them. We probably will. But I'm curious. Did you? And actually, we're gonna give another code word away, people. And maybe we don't keep him waiting too long. Should we give it to him early?
Yeah, I think you
Let's
should
give
give
it
it
to
to
him
him.
early. Let's give it. Yeah, let's give it to him. Is that what you said? I'm
I
agreeing with
said,
you. I'm
yes, I said, let you give them the code word this week,
Yes.
Justin.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. As we're still going on for the next few months, we're doing a giveaway thanks to Shao. These sick. I was gonna say sick but wicked. It was a sicked. These
Sicked.
sick, like spatial audio gaming Bluetooth headphones. Um, he dropped off a pair at mine because we live closer together. Before he left, so I could at least test him out. And they're so cool. And naturally, I like passed them around to everybody in my family and had to fight to get them back. But we're giving them away. You can get entered into the giveaway by emailing us chummythumbs@gmail.com. chummythumbs@gmail.com. At BS. I like that. Um, the code word for this week will be hiccup. And that might make sense later on in this episode why it's that word. But the code word is hiccup. Email it to us. Get yourself 5 entries. All right, back to the show. What I wanted to know, Hayden, did you watch anything in those 2 weeks? I know you're super busy, but I sat down and because I had started a show a little while back, and I was like, damn, this is a really good show. Like, I really liked it. And I was kind of like on the fence if I thought Kate was going to like it or not because the story is really good, the acting's really good, the intensity and stakes are really high. Um, but there is some stuff because it is violent and like it's kind of like real violence, especially with like the time, the era that this show takes place in. I think it's like 1870. Um, anyway, so we were lying in bed one night, and I was already like 3.5 episodes in, and it like came up, and I was like, "Oh, I think you might like this show," and I just kind of went over it to so I'd play the preview. She's like, "Oh, let's give it a try." I was like, "Oh shit, can't tell her that I'm already like 4 episodes in." So like, go to it, we watch it, and we just smashed it out. Like it's so good. It's called Prime Evil. It's on Netflix, Primeval, and yeah, so I'm wondering, did you end up watching anything over those 2 weeks? Obviously, other than what we had discussed, we were gonna watch.
Yeah, I watched Well, it's the fall, and Alex she decided to put Gilmore Girls on. So
Man, I feel like every time I talk to you, like, hey, are you watching anything new? It's always Gilmore Girls.
no, this is like the first time
What was
that
it
we've
last
watched
time?
it.
There's something.
I can't remember, but we
Oh, Emily in Paris, maybe that's
Emily
what
in
I'm
Paris,
thinking.
yeah. But it was funny because she was like, she's like, I'm obsessed with this show. I love it. It's so great. And I wasn't watching it with her because I was spending all of my time writing essays. But every now and then I would catch a couple of episodes. And it's funny because it's like, it's had a huge surge on Netflix because it's the 25th anniversary of the show. And it's the fall, so everybody's like going nostalgic on Gilmore Girls. So I was like, so that's one show. I've been actually I haven't done it much in the last 2 weeks, but we were watching a lot of Taskmaster, which is
Oh, I think you were mentioning that one before, yeah.
yeah, it's a British comedy show where they get there's two hosts, and they bring in a panel of 5 comedians.
Yeah.
And they have these tasks that they've done previous, and then they just watch the clips of them doing the tasks to hilarious outcomes. It's quite very clever, very funny. But I mean, I don't know if we'll get to it discussing it today, but I watched K-pop Demon Hunters because I was only one of the 3 of us that hadn't watched it, and I don't know why I slept on it so long because I am slightly obsessed with it, and I've listened to the soundtrack like on repeat. That got me through my last 2 assignments, just on repeat soundtrack.
Dude, it went platinum. Like, it's
I
crazy.
know.
Their
That's
music,
why
which
I
is
was like,
most streamed, most viewed fucking movie ever on Netflix, I believe. Like, I think it's
and it's
just
going back
smashed
to
everything.
theaters for Halloween for like a special sing-along edition.
It's going back to theaters? I didn't even know it went to theaters.
Well, I don't think it went to theaters here, but it did obviously I'm sure Netflix did its run in the US so that they could get it for Oscar eligibility. Get a couple weeks in there. But I'm also really surprised that they didn't do it like straight away, considering how popular it's been. I mean, I don't know if it would have been as big. If not, maybe it would have been freaking huge if it had gone to cinemas, but Netflix was probably the right call.
Yeah.
Especially for a summer release movie, like, why not?
And like, it's the story is good. The music is just incredible. I mean, you still hear it everywhere you go. It's on the radio, like they're playing it.
Yeah, like I'd known 1, maybe 2 of the songs, but I'd never fully listened to it, and it's not because I was like biased. Because sometimes when something is so popular, I will begrudgingly not listen to it or watch it straight away, just because I'm like, I'm not going to be a sheep and follow like. And then,
can you think of any other movie in history where you've done that too?
Off the top of my head, I mean, I still haven't seen Frozen, and that was massive. And because my brain was just like, oh, that's just a Christmas movie. Why is it so big? Like, I didn't realize that it was actually like a full proper thing. I thought Disney had just done like a Christmas movie.
Oh, no, it was good, but yeah, nothing compared to K-pop. Anything that you can think of in particular that maybe, I don't know, has like Joaquin Phoenix or Robert De Niro in it? Maybe both of them.
The Joker. I didn't deliberately not go to see that because it wasn't too popular. It was just at a time when I had no money to go see it. And that I was so disappointed when I did want to go watch it and it was taken off of streaming services. I couldn't buy it.
That was fairly recent too.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm ready to watch it. Oh, it's not on there anymore. Shit.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what else. There's some things every now and then, but then I eventually get to them. And this one I'm like, I think it's also more not that Alex didn't like it. But I was like, maybe she won't want to watch another cartoon animated film, so maybe I'll just hold off on it. And then I was like, oh, I need to watch it for the podcast. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
not that she needs. I need permission from her. Like I don't want it to come off sounding bad. She's just like, yeah, you watch whatever you want. Like I'll just do whatever.
No,
And I'm
dude.
like, okay.
Yeah, I get it.
And she knew more of the songs than me.
I'm in the same stitch. And there's times too where it's like we're watching something and because like Kate and I will watch it together as well. Especially if it's a good show. And there's times where I'll be like, "Oh no, we can't watch the next episode." What? Why? I was like, "Cause we're we're recording, and so I have to wait till after we record because I can't know." Oh, sorry, babe.
That's always like, I've always thought that was funny when you see it like people out. Have you Netflix cheated on your partner or whatever? Whether one or the other one goes and watches further ahead in a show or watches a movie without them, and you're like, ooh.
I'm usually pretty good with like kind of knowing if Kate will like it, and she'll do the same for me. And if we get into something, we'll let the other know, like, "Hey, I started this show. Like, I think you'd like it," and then we'll start it together. But that Primeval one was sort of, I kind of went the distance because I didn't know if the scenes, because what it's about is this mom and son, and they're escaping Philadelphia, and they're trying to get to like Crook's Corner or something, and they got to go through some open of the Wild West, and it's like the army versus Brigham Young and the Mormon militia, and then you got like the different tribes that are out there. You got this Red Feather and this Ohoshi tribe, and they're all kind of fighting each other, and like it just doesn't matter. Like it's not safe. And so she finds her way to this fort, and she's looking for a guide. Their guide is killed as soon as they get there, and she ends up going with this group of Mormons who are traveling to Utah to get to Salt Lake. And she just tags along. She's like, "I won't be a burden. I just don't want to be solo with my son." Anyways, their first night, they get like attacked, like this, I don't know, hundreds of pioneers, because that's who they met up with. And anyways, it follows like these different people, and some are taken with just the different sort of groups that are fighting, and some are lost in the wild, and it's kind of like all their stories. But it's very gruesome, and so I didn't know, and especially because there's some like rape stuff, and I know, like when somebody's where they kind of have their, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable watching this kind of stuff."
Yeah.
So I didn't. That's why it's kind of iffy, but we watched it, man. We watched like the first episode, and she's like, "This show is so good. Like, let's keep going." I was like, "Oh, good." She's like, I don't like the rape part, and it's not like they stay on it too long, but they kind of like show, like there's this one scene where some stuff happens, and it's kind of like implied, and then it's like you're just kind of living with it, but they don't overdo it, The only thing I have to say about it, I do recommend it if you're into that kind of stuff. And it's got good actors too. Taylor Kitsch, actually, which is kind of funny. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I wish it was about. It's a limited series, so there's not going to be a continuation. Sorry, I've had this in my throat all day. Could have used like another 2 minutes. Like I understand why they ended it the way they did. I have no problems with it, and it's sort of fitting for the show, but I wish there was just like another 2 minutes. Just give me. It was just missing 2 minutes of an end. And if you watch it, I'm interested to hear what you think, and maybe you'll understand more what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll add it to the list. I'll add it to the list. I mean, Alex went through all of those like 1883 ones, so it looks.
Oh, you guys will like it.
Yeah, so it's obviously the same sort of
It's just a
period
bit
of.
more. Yeah, it's very in time with the period of all that stuff. It's just a bit more violent.
Mm-hmm.
A different type of violence too.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, going back to your question, I don't think I watch too much stuff. Like we used to like every single night. I would just kind of watch a show of something, and then come weekends watch a movie. But these last like 2 weeks, kind of just at the computer typing until it was too late, and I'm like, oh, I can't really watch anything now. So yeah, it was only a couple of those Taskmasters, some Gilmore Girls, K-pop Demon Hunters, and I watched How to Train Your Dragon as well. So I got around to that.
Yes, so that's the one that, because at first we talked about watching K-pop Demon Hunters, and you're like, I'm gonna watch it. Are you okay? I know you've seen it a bunch. And I was like, no, dude. Like, I'm like, it's good. I'll watch it again.
Never the whole way through.
It's kind of funny actually, because all the other times I've watched it with family, right? And I was sitting in the living room by myself watching it, and my kids came in the room, and not all even at the same time, but when they came in, they're all like, "You're watching K-pop Demon Hunters?" Like, they were shocked. I was sitting there like watching it by myself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, watch for the pod.
It was just on. Well, I had an interesting watching experience as well. Like, not the fact that I had young people coming in, because the youngest one in their house, second youngest in their house, is 3, so he wouldn't even know it yet. But we had like a wild storm last week, and we had 3 power outages in the one day. Wow. All at night. And actually, funnily enough, it was Thanksgiving weekend, Canadian Thanksgiving weekend for our international listeners. We had it on the Sunday.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
No, that just no. Go ahead.
You got Thanksgiving stories?
No, I just no.
Australians.
I don't know why that. There's something about that when that's done that way. It makes me. I guess everybody does it at a different time.
Well, it's not even done. It's only done in like North America.
Yeah, I don't know why that just bothered me though. Oh, maybe I need to dig into that. It's like it's just Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving in Canada. If we have US listeners, it's different to your Thanksgiving. It's not quite as racist, I don't think. So.
Well, it's also not as big. Like, American Thanksgiving is bigger than Christmas. Like, it's like, that's their big holiday, right?
Which I always thought was weird. But anyway, it was Thanksgiving weekend, and we had the whole family over here. We had the massive big feast made up, and we got it all done, and we were all eating. And then when dessert came around, boom, power went out. And we're like, well, at least we got the food cooked.
Yes, the ovens were working.
Yeah, and then we thought, well, probably everybody had their ovens going on and like tripped a breaker, but it was windy as all get up. So the grid went off, and it's always the same main section of where we live. So there's like 700 people that are without power. Boom, 700 residences without power. And then it took them a couple of hours to get it back on. Then it was on for a couple of hours. I was like, sweet. Everybody went home, and I was like, we'll watch this movie, set it up on TV, nice surround sound. It'll be great because it's got music that I'll love to hear on a big speaker.
This is K-pop?
K-pop, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, power out again. I was like, oh, what? check the BC Hydro website, and they're like, it's not going to come back on until 11 o'clock at night. I was like, come on. Luckily,
meanwhile, Shao's not actually in Japan. He's just at like the breaker switch.
Yeah. Good luck watching that film, Hayden.
Yeah.
But luckily, my iPad was fully charged, so I watched it on my iPad. In a dark room, I had like the flashlight on. I think Alex fell asleep because it was, when there's nothing on, it's like no stimulus, so she just falls asleep. and then it came back on again, and then it went out again, and then it came back on again. So I was like, holy crap. Those workers are going to be like, heck yeah, or they're going to be so annoyed. They're like, holiday money, oh, we're going to go out again and again. But anyway, yeah, it was fun watching it. I did manage to get through it the whole way. I think I might have nodded off once, so I just rewound it a little bit, and then
Yeah, that's an improvement.
yeah.
Yeah, it's. Do you have a favorite? What's your favorite song from it? And can you sing a verse?
No, I can't sing a verse because I do not have the the singing chops to match EJ. She's freaking.
I'm
Just side
going
note.
up, up,
Yeah, so great. What I did find interesting about her is she said that she didn't know that she had that range until she was singing those songs. So while she was a trainee in Korea to be an idol, and then she didn't make the cut or she got let go, she never once realized that she could sing like that. I was like, that's insane. You do it for like 10 years and you don't realize that you can get there. Anyway, my favorite song, because I'm melodramatic at heart, is Free. That's my favorite one at the moment. It's Free. And
Yeah,
the rhyme, the rap in it from what's his nuts character, Jinu. It gets me every time. Like, it's so good, and the rhyme scheme of it is so good. I'm just like, holy crap! The whole and I'll have to pull it up, but to say it. But that song, plus I really like. There was a period when I was writing I can't remember which script I was writing, but I was watching a lot of Korean drama films. So that
as one does.
Yeah, as one does. Well, I think I wanted it to have that sort of feel, not because they write romance different to how Western audiences write romance. So I wanted to kind of tap into that more so than what I was writing. I think it was probably X's and O's, one of them, because I gave it to Lou, and it's as funny as it sounds. I mean, Lou is Filipino. So I was like, I'm going to write a character that's going to be more Asian specific in terms of story, not character. The story of it is from what I've seen in my life. And I actually gave that script to Shao. And Shao, I know you're listening. You got to finish reading it. He started it because it was before we actually started the podcast. I gave him like 3 scripts and a couple of story ideas. And because he didn't have representation yet in Vancouver, so he was like, he just wanted to see what we had. So I gave him a bunch of stuff, and then of course he got signed, and he didn't read it. I was like, bro, read it.
He doesn't need us anymore.
No, like, read it. We could still do it. We could do it as like a independent shoot. But watching that scene, that's like the romance scene of K-pop Demon Hunters, and the song that went with it, I was like, oh, I'm still an old romantic at heart. It's like so good. That's my favorite at the moment.
Nice. Yeah, good choice. So many good choices. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon. So, because after you said K-pop, it was literally the night before we were going to record, I think, or the day before, or 2 nights. Anyways, it was very last minute. We didn't end up recording it because life happened, and that's fine. But I was like, Hayden, like, I know we said K-pop. I said, but if you haven't watched it yet, do you want to do the live action of How to Train Your Dragon? Because I knew I wanted to watch that, and I didn't even realize it was out. And I loved the animated one. Like, it came out when James was really young. So a lot of good memories from like the original trilogy, but especially the original one. And I'm a big sucker for when they take animated movies and make live actions out of them. So anyways, you ended up watching that one as well, and I watched it. Did you ever watch the original one?
I did, but like long time ago, I was like, how much of this am I going to remember and how much
Yeah.
am I going to know is different?
Well, sorry, I just have a tickle. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what, but all day just in my throat. I've had this thing. Maybe I had to get an MRI yesterday, so that's probably why, right?
Everything all good?
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Yeah, I just casually dropped that in. Oh yeah, by the way,
I got an MRI.
my throat hurts. Maybe it's because I got my MRI last night. Don't ask me any questions about it.
Dude,
So
it's like, yeah,
fucking
you're,
clickbaity. Oh, I hate myself right now. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Um,
you didn't have your tongue stuck in and it just like ripped it out.
so
That's
with
why your
yeah,
throat.
yeah. But yeah, because they had the original and they did a trilogy because it did really well, and they actually turned it into a TV series. Not the movies, but they kind of followed it. It's like the universe, the characters. So it's been around a lot in my life. So I was really excited about this live action one. Um, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't know if I liked it as much as it's hard to compare the two. At first, I wasn't like a huge fan of like some of the casting choices they made, to be honest with you. Um, but I love that Gerard Butler, they actually had him and he played the character he played in the animated. And I thought he did a good job. Like I thought he held true to what that character was like and how he performed. Because when you do animated stuff, you can be a bit bigger and bolder in choices because you hide behind the animation and it just works. But he kept that, and I thought it worked really well. But I found, and I struggled with it more at the beginning, first half of the movie, was some of their casting choices and even some of the scenes. And I've had people be like, "Oh, I love it when they follow it exactly," and I do too. I think you should follow the original, even though you're adapting it live action. You can add some things, but you don't really want to change it. That's what I prefer. But I felt there were some moments where they kept it in, and I was like, it just didn't work for me. It didn't work for me as a live action, and I thought they were trying to like the casting again. The choices were almost like they're trying to. I don't know how to like ham up the animated characters. Like, because some of the animated characters are goofy and really silly, and they work as an animated character. But to try and translate that look and style and feel and vibe and all that to an actor, I just think it didn't work for some of their characters, their casting choices. And maybe that's just them as actors. But so I don't know if you noticed any of that. But of course, like seeing because of how good effects are nowadays, like seeing like how good the dragons looked and stuff. And I thought they did a really good job there.
Yeah, I do agree on that. I didn't, okay, for start off, I did enjoy it. I very much enjoyed it. I didn't know if I was, like I said, I didn't know if I was going to remember the original enough to be, oh, this is what the original did. This is what the remake is doing. Like not the remake, but the live action is doing. And so I think that was a good thing. It worked for me that way. The first, the opening, like, battle scene, I guess, when the dragons come and they start torching the place to get the sheep and the whatnot.
Yeah.
I felt it was a little. I was watching it going, this is too. This is almost TV movie to me. Like it
It's
felt like a TV.
cartoony. Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
cartoony, and I was like, really, this is big bucks live action. This feels a little too cartoony for me. And then And they also, the lead actor's voice, I swear they pitched it a little bit so it sounded like the animated guy's voice initially when he was doing the voiceover. But then throughout the film, it becomes his own. And now I don't know if that's because I got used to it or if my brain was like locked in on that original animated voice and it wanted to hear it. So I didn't know if they tweaked it or if it was brain playing tricks. But as the movie went on, it became more like an actual live action film and didn't rely too much on the cartooniness in live action, if that makes sense, you know. So I was pleased with that, because that first little bit I was just like, really? It doesn't feel like there was like the one-liners from the parents and some of those, I don't know, it's like what you were saying. I don't know if they were just trying to sort of, I don't know, not force, but maybe that was the filmmaker's attempt at easing us into a live action version.
Yeah, I just think it was off. It put me off. It was. I'm happy you kind of picked up on it too, because I honestly think is one of those movies where, say there was no animated one before it, we weren't watching it for the podcast, I probably would have turned it off. Or like if like that's probably one definitely that, because whenever movies like that come out, we love watching it. Like I love watching it with the kids. Let's always do like a little movie night. I feel like it would have been one of those ones where after about 15, 20 minutes into it, I maybe would have slunk away to go play video games or went on my phone while it was, you know what I mean? Like, because it was just not, it was all the things like you described. It was cheesy, I don't know, cartoony, trying maybe too hard to be like an animated show when you're not an animated show. Like the whole point is like you're taking these characters, but it's like in the real world, but it doesn't have to be as inflamed as as people are in animated stuff. You know, like could you imagine if they did a live action South Park and then those characters were exactly like they are in South Park? You'd be like, it would just be kind of off-putting, you know, like you would
why don't I just
bring
watch
like
the cartoon?
essence. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, but you want to be the essence of that character still, but you got to bring this human live action element to it. And I feel like they didn't do that well enough in the first part of that movie. And I think they're going to maybe lose some viewers there.
I was curious that I looked at the runtime of it and I was like, this is 2 hours and 10 minutes. Like, how long was the animated film? Like, that's a long film for when the audience is supposed to be younger. Having it over 2 hours is a big stretch for, you know, unless they were relying on it hitting nostalgia age already and they're parents now, or they're in their, like, they watched it as a kid and now they're old enough to watch it as an adult. I don't know. I was just like, that's really long for this type of film.
I thought the same, but I'm just bringing it up right now because I'm pretty sure the last like 15 minutes are credits. So let's see. Continue watching. 12 minutes left.
And the credits
12
roll?
minutes. Yeah, and the credits are rolling.
Okay, so it puts it just still, under 2 hours.
Yeah, hour 57. So, yeah, that is still pretty long. Although, does that count for like the ads that you have to watch in the middle of it?
I hate that freaking. Well, actually, no. It was on Prime, wasn't it? Prime. You already make enough money from people. Why did you have to start putting ads into your shows now to make people pay more to get rid of them?
Listen, $28 billion is not, it's just not quite enough, Hayden.
No.
How can you expect him to live off $28 billion?
He could cure all of the world's hunger and still have billions left.
No,
he couldn't, because then he'd be
I mean, he would, but that's just not enough, you know?
I hate it so much. But funnily enough, I didn't have to watch any ads. There were no ads
you're
on
paying the extra price.
But I'm not, because other shows do have ads, unless I freaking fell asleep during them. But I thought the same thing. Normally, it gives you an ad.
Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, maybe I randomly glitched out. Who knows? Because
You're
sometimes
just so like you're so professional at falling asleep during shows and movies that you just like when the ad starts, you have that quick little 2 minute
like
like
sweet
reset.
micro nap time.
It's just
It's like, why have I got a fresh drool stain on my shirt? Hey, this feels
you know
good.
when we talked about what superpower would you pick before, I want to change mine. I want that to be my superpower. Like I can
Sleep.
just perfectly sleep through ads. Like so then you're just kind of like micro sleeping all day, and you could just keep going.
Like every time there's an ad on the radio.
Yeah, but because it's a superpower, not while you're driving
Yeah.
or at
Though
work.
that said, radio is the opposite. It's like you get, what, 5 songs per hour or something ridiculous?
I don't really listen to music on radio, so I can't remember what it is, but I know like the talk shows, like the sports talk show I listen to, it's like you get 25 minutes of uninterrupted like talk, and then you get like 5 minutes of ad, and then you get like a good chunk of
Discussion.
like discussion. It's not constantly being broken up, but music, yeah, it's probably more often than that.
Oh, that's all right. I'll have to check that because I don't want to be getting freaking accidentally pinged for extra charges from Amazon. They just randomly changed my settings on me. I'm like, hey,
We sent
I
you an
didn't
email to
yeah, to let
deny.
you know.
It's an automatic.
Automatic switch over to no ads. You have this many days, and it goes straight to like a junk folder or something.
Yeah.
That's like Norton antivirus, just for those people. They say that they're going to send you a reminder, and then all of a sudden they forget, or it goes to a junk. It comes from a different email, goes to your junk, you forget, and then the bill one comes through to your regular email. Hey, thanks for your
Oh,
new
of course, yeah.
subscription for another year. I'm like, what? I thought I had time.
And we took the interest up front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so overall I thought, for the two, like so for How to Train Your Dragon live action, it was okay. I think it was okay. The graphics were cool. It got better as it went on, for sure. But it's not one that I would be like, you gotta watch it. Like you just gotta watch this one. It's so good. Be like, it was fine, but I certainly wouldn't go out of your way. If you're thinking you want to have like sit down and watch a good movie, like I wouldn't recommend that one.
I got a quick
K-pop
question.
is weird. I wouldn't either, even though I think it is really good. But it's just I don't know. It kind of feels like a weird one to recommend to people. Like
Certain type of person would
and everybody's seen it, anyways.
yeah. I'm probably gonna watch it again because I want to see it on a big screen. Like I watched it just on the iPad screen, and
It's good.
I'm gonna probably go watch it again. I'll probably get Alex to watch it again with me. And you know what's funny about it? So I have obviously been hyper stressed, working full time, trying to get the house built, getting my university studies done. My mum's actually just arrived in Canada like a couple days ago. She's over in Halifax at the moment. She's going to be here in Vancouver on the 28th.
Does she have friends or family over there?
No, they just haven't been there. Like when they came last time, they went to like Montreal and Quebec, and they just wanted to go even further east. They wanted to sort of see what was further that way.
That really bugs me. There's a lot of things that are bugging me this episode that I didn't realize. Could be just because I'm on a major lack of sleep because I had to go in for my MRI yesterday really, really late. But is hearing about the look on your face is so good.
I'm like, you're talking about my mum here.
No, I love your mom. Your mom's awesome. That's not what bugs me. Is Canada's this massive country. Like it's so big to go from the West Coast where we are all the way out to like Halifax or PEI. It's a trek. Um, and I've never been out there, and I've always wanted to see. Like I've seen the West Coast, I've never seen the East Coast. I'd love to go do the territories, but I haven't. But I know people who aren't from Canada who have been there, and you know what I mean. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, that bugs me a bit because that's my country, and but Canada's so big, and I've always wanted to go. I just got to go.
Yeah. Well, that's the same. Like that's the same with Australia. So big, and everyone's like, "Oh, I came and I saw this, this, and this. Have you been?" I'm like, "No," because it's a giant freaking country, and I'm like, it's hard to see it all.
Everybody thinks it's just like a little island. It's mostly desert, and there's 4 cities.
Pretty much, you can
Yeah.
nail it down to that. But digression aside, so all of those stresses in my life, and I was running off about 3 hours of sleep every night, and I just hyper fixated on something to kind of get me through. I don't know if you've ever sort of done that. You like latch onto something that is like the one thing that is just the normal for you, or it's what gets you through. And to me, it was the music from K-pop Demon Hunters. It was literally like, and what it did was it triggered my brain to about 15 to 20 years ago. So I used to be
Early
big in
40s.
yeah, my early 40s. I sound pretty good for a 60-year-old.
Oh, goddamn, dude.
That's that throat coat does wonders. Um,
That's what I need. God damn it.
yeah. So I used to be really big into anime before it was big. But I used to always just kind of watch the English dubs that made it onto TV. And then the music in that was always cool. There was always some like obscure, like hard rock sounding thing with Asian lyrics. It just was a cool blend. And then I got into the music because like Australia's nearest neighbors are Southeast Asia, like just the continent above us. So we get a lot of like if you watch certain channels, because before you got cable, we only had like 5 channels, and one of them was SBS, which showed all of the international stuff. So you got a lot of Asian television coming through and a lot of Asian movies coming through, and the anime from Japan. And then I got into this Japanese metal band called Dirt and Grey in the early 2000s. And then I got into K-pop and J-pop. And then I stopped. I just stopped. For various reasons. I just stopped. Just didn't listen to it anymore. And then this just like triggered that. I was like, oh man, I used to listen to this like a lot when I was much younger, people. Much younger.
Yeah.
I'm knocking hats off. And
You're getting excited there with your arms.
yeah,
You're waving all around.
flailing around, folks. And so I just was like, I don't even know who's like a current big band. I mean, I know there's BTS, and I was like, I want to see what else is out there. So I just went on like a deep dive. As soon as my schooling was done, I was just like, all right, I'm going to give myself 2 days off before I start doing any other work of any sort. So I just went back into that world and sort of
Nice.
see what was out there.
Jammed up to some K-pop and J-pop, hey?
Yep. Mostly just a K-pop artist. So I was like, sick. There we go. So
Heck yeah. Do you have
So-
anything on what's other than Gilmore Girls, what's on your watch list?
other
what do
than
you-
Gilmore
Is there any
Girls.
shows out right now that you're into watching or gonna watch?
Well, I forgot this one, and I don't know how I forgot it because he's one of my favorite directors. But we did just watch season 2 of Wednesday, and I was like, man, should we rewatch the first season? And I was like, nah, it should be all right. But it's been like 2 years between seasons. I was like, hold, really? What the hell happened to the time there? Like,
That's the problem sometimes with these streaming service shows. It's like Fallout. And there's another one. I can't think of it right now. But it's like they get greenlit for a season, and they want to wait to see how good it does before they like renew them.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes like there's this big lull between the first two seasons, and I don't know. Yeah, it's easy to kind of lose interest. We never finished it Wednesday. I don't even know how far we got into it, to be honest. Probably not that far because a new season of Diplomat was out, but then we realized we hadn't finished the previous season yet, like season 2. So
Mm-hmm.
we've been going to that, but it's just a hard one because it is a bit slower. So usually when a more high intensity one comes out,
Switch to that.
we watch that and then we go back to that one because it's still good. I really like it. It's political, though, like it's that style, which I do like, like West Wings and stuff like that. But yeah, Kate gets a little bit bored sometimes. A little too much talky.
Yeah, I
She
mean,
needs more people getting their throats slit. I don't know. She's weird like that.
I see. But Wednesday season 2, I think, is better than the first one. It's actually more going on. There's like a lot.
Mm.
It starts off with one thing that you think, oh, okay, this is going to be the season through line, but it's not. It's resolved within the first 2 episodes. And then it moves on to another one. And then there's like a layer of like these, it's really well done. Like all of these story elements that you think are going to be the end of it.
Yeah.
But it's not. It goes on to the next. And that's already been greenlit for season 3 as well. So hopefully not as much of a wait between seasons. I guess it all depends on Tim Burton's schedule and Jenna Ortega's schedule.
Thank you. Oh, I wanted to figure that out on my own. And I was going to ask you, but I was like, no, I got to figure this out.
Director's name?
Sorry to interrupt. Because James, he's doing this project at school and he was talking about something. Oh, in art class, like what they're working on. And he says, "Oh, you know that movie?" It's like I forget the guy's name. He's like, "But he did that movie," and he said it to me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like Nightmare Before Christmas." He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh yeah, he did like Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands," and I was like, "Oh God, what's his name? I feel like there's a B in it." And it was like we're driving to hockey, and it was like driving me crazy. And this was like a few days ago now. It's like, okay, I got to stop thinking about it. And then it'll pop into my head. And then I was just rattling off like all these different facts about him in the B. And I was like, but I couldn't put it together. I could not put it together. And it's been bothering me for days. So when we started talking about this, anyways.
It was still bothering you. You're like, who is that guy?
But I didn't want to ask. But then you said it. So I was like, okay, he brought it up himself. So then I can go tell James, like, hey, I remembered the name.
Bust into his room. Yeah, it was Tim Burton. Huh?
Yeah, he's not. He probably won't remember.
You're like, what are you talking about, Dad? Never mind. It was just Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hopefully his schedule lines up and Jenna Ortega's schedule is good because she dropped out of Scream, she says, for scheduling conflicts, but I probably was to support a friend that dropped out of it as well.
To support her friend?
Yeah, was the other actress that like dropped out of it too? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
And then they both did, and then all of a sudden it was like the reboot sequel of Scream had no more leads in it. And I'm like, oh, that's,
Sounds like a dead project to me.
Yep.
Oh, no pun intended. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing maybe why there's big breaks is because these shows blow up. Actors get famous overnight. Obviously, not literally. They've probably been grinding it out, but they become stars overnight. And then everybody wants to put them in their stuff. So.
Yep.
God. All right. I think that's our cue. I don't know if you have any final thoughts on the two movies. We kind of talked about a blanket of stuff. I guess my final thoughts are, and they're not even related to K-pop or How to Train Your Dragon, but it's more to recommend Primeval. It's really good. Oh my gosh.
I'll let you get your throat sorted out for just a second because I do have one final point.
Okay, perfect.
And it kind of mixes the two films together. So, like we've seen, there's not a trend in Hollywood, but Hollywood likes to dip their toes back into successful franchises. And what they've done recently over the last whatever many years, probably coming up to 20 years now, is remake animated films as live action. Just like they did with How to Train Your Dragon. Straight away they were like, K-pop Demon Hunters, such a successful animated film. They were asking the directors, oh, when are you going to do a live action? And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like,
No.
it's not even
don't do it.
not even a year old. And they straight away they shut it down. They're like, nope, this film does not translate to live action. There's so many elements of it that are for the animated realm, and that's where we're sticking it. Like, they're like, we've got sequels in mind. So I was like, good. I'm like,
good for them. Yeah,
like,
some
really?
things you can't translate. That one wouldn't translate.
No.
I mean, who would have thought Lion King would translate or Jungle Book or any of those? But yeah.
So why? Like, I don't know. It's just reporters being stupid. Like, oh, you can probably squeeze more money out if you make this live action. You're like, no. If they were, what would be cool would be to do sort of like a mockumentary, sort of like Spinal Tap, on the singing voices of the Demon Hunt, of the K-pop group of Huntrix. Like, those three ladies in real life, it's funny how close they are to their animated versions, and the actors are also similar. It's weird how they've gotten voice actors that are similar to their animated characters and singers that are also similar to the characters. Like, it's weird, but works.
Well, perfectly executed film.
Yes. But if I was to pitch a live action, that's what I would do. I'd be like, I'd go to all those three singing ladies and be like, hey, I want to do this Spinal Tap style live action of you three as your animated. That's the only thing that I would suggest doing live action. That has got nothing to do with the actual animated film. It would just be more of a music film.
It'd be more of a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's a great question. Let's think about that. Let's talk about that next week. What we think that hasn't been done that would make for a good live action movie.
I want to see why can't they do the reverse? Like the Animatrix.
Somebody will do it.
That was sort of like
Animated Matrix.
Yeah, like
That'd
the Animatrix.
be weird going the opposite way.
Like, they have done it, but not a full film. Like, that's the only one I can think of. Usually it's all like
something silly would be fun, like Super Troopers.
Yeah. That would be pretty good.
You know, like,
because you could go over the top with it as animated.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be something for next week. Because is Shao back with us next week?
Let's roll with it. Let's say he's back. So everybody, like, this is the last episode that you have to gut out with just Hayden and I. Shao will be back next week. We think. We're not sure.
Just in time for Halloween.
Just in time for Halloween. We'll do another, because we'll wait for him before we announce who wins the first set of Sandware Spatial Audio Bluetooth gaming headphones. God damn, it just sounds awesome when you say it. Yeah, because we want him there for that. Don't forget, this episode's code word is hiccup. And yes, it related to, because we watched How to Train Your Dragon. You know what? I'm feeling generous. Because maybe some people just listened to the beginning of the episode, got the code word, and emailed us. But maybe you. Yeah, I'm talking to you right now. The one smiling there, feeling all proud of himself. I'm going to give you 5 extra bonus entries if you can tell me why we picked Hiccup. You don't even have to really tell me. You could just put Hiccup, How to Train Your Dragon, and you get five bonus entries because you're awesome. Because you got it out with a couple weeks, just Hayden and I. But Chao will be back next one. Don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we'll talk about it. And might be something Halloweeny, maybe something scary. Very excited because Halloween this year is on a Friday. Which is always nice as parents when it lands on that day. So yeah, come back next week. We'll get to it. We'll have another code word. You can follow us on all social medias. Chummy Thumbs, Chummy.thumbs if it's TikTok. And until next week, my fine folks, keep on thumbing.